What's up, guys? We're back for another MLB video. We're going to go over a few picks here. Small slate, a lot of bad weather conditions, possible rain out in Chicago. Don't forget to drop your MLB picks in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel. Um, we had a decent day yesterday. We've been a couple all right days, but we don't need to even think about yesterday. We just move on. Whatever happens was yesterday's issues. So let's just get to it. All right. Going to Tampa Bay first, Angels-Rays game. You see Griffin Canning going for the Angels. Definitely not my favorite starter as far as this Angels rotation goes. Ryan Pepiot has been all right. He did get roughed up in his last outing. I think he gave up 600 runs. He still had 6 strikeouts in 5 innings. So he's all right when it comes to getting strikeouts. This Angels team can be prone to some strikeouts, definitely. He had 11 strikeouts the time before that. Canning can definitely get roughed up, but he did get 6 strikeouts in four innings. So maybe this game starts off a little slower, but these teams head to head are 7-2 to the over their last 9 games there. 10-8 to the over for the Angels this season, 12-7 for the Rays. We've seen all 3 games in this series go over. My concern only betting the over is that these pitchers potentially let this game start slow, but both these teams batting around 250 versus right-handed pitching. The Rays are a little bit worse their last few games, but I honestly, the thing here that concerns me is both these bullpens have been taxed over this 3-game series. They barely have any guys left. Pretty much all of them are on no rest or very light rest. They've all been used, right? So I think if they get to the bullpens, within the 5th inning, I think we could see more runs in. Like these games have gone later on is where the runs come once these bullpens come in. These bullpens, not my favorite. The Rays still have the highest ERA in the MLB, so I think I'm just going to take the over at 8.5 in this game. And I don't know. I think Mike Trout, Taylor Ward, Isaac Paredes, I think all 3 of those guys could hit home runs in this game potentially. Maybe Jose Caballero steals a base, but I think it's just you got to play the over in this one. All right, next game we're going is Texas Detroit, final game of the series. It is going to be a little cool in Detroit once again. Low 60s temperatures, wind blowing kind of crossways, around 10 miles an hour. Not the greatest as far as it's been like this the whole series, but this is a much anticipated start. We got Jack Leiter going, which is Al Leiter's son. So this is kind of like big for as historically, I guess. You got Kenta Maeda for the Detroit. We've seen the Rangers win 2 out of 3 games in this series. Lots of them fairly lower scoring. I could see this one being a little bit lower scoring. As far as hitting righties, you got the Rangers who are much better at hitting righties. They got a 243 average over the last few games here, whereas the Detroit Tigers average is 156. Obviously, a young kid making his major league debut is always a little concerning and hard to bet on. But you're looking at these bullpens. The Texas bullpen's somewhat rested. The Tigers bullpen's not really rested. So I'm just going to lean with the better lineup in this one. I'm just going to take the Rangers on the money line. I just think there's a little bit of value here if you're getting them close to plus money, but not my favorite game. I could see this one potentially getting 9 runs again, maybe something like that, but not my favorite. But I would take the Rangers in this spot as underdogs again. All right, next game we're going to look at is the Miami and the Cubs at Wrigley Field. Look, this one could potentially get rained out. I don't know what the weather exactly is doing, but it's not looking the greatest as far as online here. 13-mile-an-hour winds blowing in. We're seeing a total set at 7.5. So obviously that means, the wind is heavily blowing in at Wrigley Field. This Marlins team still not my favorite team. You look at AJ Puck, he's not been good. He's bad with giving up walks, getting in high pitch count very, very quickly. He just struggles. He hasn't given up a ton of earned runs, but he hasn't went deep into games either. So I don't have a lot of faith in him. Jameson Taillon making his first start of the season. I don't know what Taillon we're going to see, but I just trust this Cubs lineup a little bit more. Miami just came off a homestand. Now they got to go to Chicago. AJ Puck's never pitched in Wrigley Field, so not my favorite at this price. And it potentially could be rained out, rain delay, or whatever. But I'd take the Cubs. I just can't get behind the Marlins. They'd have to give me a much better price than this. This Cubs lineup is just way too deep, and they can hit pretty much everybody. So give me the Cubs in this one. All right, the final game we're going to look at is the D-backs of the Giants, battle of the National League West here. Much anticipated start to both of these teams. They're both have won 3 of their last 5 games. When you look at these teams head to head, they're 5-5 head to head, 2-6-1 to the under in their last 10. A lot of lower scoring games. Logan Webb is a heavy ground ball pitcher. He can induce lots of ground balls, lots of double play balls and stuff like that. He doesn't go for lots of strikeouts, but like I said, he can keep the ball on the ground a lot. So he limits home runs. He's only given up 1 home run through 4 starts, and that was to a Dodgers team, pretty stacked Dodgers team. When you look at the other side, you got Ryan Nelson going here. He's given up 2 home runs. That was in the same game. That was versus the Braves. Other than that, he hasn't been too bad. He gave up 1 earned run last game, 3 the game before that. Both these guys are, kind of similar, but obviously Webb, with being a heavy ground ball guy, is a little different. The thing here is the Giants hit righties a lot better. They got a 305 average versus right-handed pitching, whereas the D-backs are hitting about 190, 200 versus righties recently. The D-backs bullpen was used quite a bit in that Cubs series. I mean, obviously the Giants used theirs a little bit. They got some guys on slight rest. My only concern with this is the Giants were just in, Miami, in Florida for a multiple game series, two different series there. Now they come home, they got to settle in. This one, I don't know. I think there is some value on the +1.5 with the Diamondbacks. I don't know if I can get to them on the money line. Look, this isn't my favorite card today. I'm probably going to be very selective. I'm not going to be betting a lot. I could see this one being a no-run first inning type of game. Both teams a little sluggish to start. So I think this one stays pretty close throughout the game. I don't know. This one just screams an under to me too, but I hate unders and I just can't play them. So I would take the D-backs +1.5. Even the computer model likes the D-backs +1.5. It has it winning about 75 or 72% of the time. So slight value on the D-backs at +1.5, but not my favorite game. I think I would take the no runs first inning in this game though. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Get you guys out of here. Hopefully you guys can somehow salvage some money out of that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment your MLB picks in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We got a great weekend coming up. Big slate of games. Obviously, weekends are a prime money-making time. Lots of games, all 15 games usually all day. So let's make some money. Let's cash some tickets. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.